Sentence pattern 7a, single appositives with dashes, parentheses, or commas. Sentence pattern 7, if you remember, uses dashes to enclose a series of appositives. We talked about how dashes are different from hyphens last time. This variation of sentence pattern 7, sentence pattern 7a, also uses dashes. But what I failed to include last time is that dashes are not the only way to enclose appositives. Today, we will also be working with parentheses and commas. Sentence pattern 7a is a variation of sentence pattern 7. Sentence pattern 7 had a series of appositives enclosed by a pair of dashes. Sentence pattern 7a is a sentence with a single appositive enclosed by a pair of dashes, parentheses, or commas. Remember, an appositive is a word or phrase that can serve as a replacement for another word somewhere else in the sentence. It verifies what is being talked about. Remember, in the sentence, her dog, a golden retriever, is very cute, a golden retriever is an appositive, as it can replace her dog. Actually, this reminder of appositives is also an example of sentence pattern 7a. Here's another example of sentence pattern 7a. Remember, it is a sentence that includes a single appositive enclosed by a pair of dashes, parentheses, or commas. In this example, his mother's chili is an appositive to that smell. I could remove that smell and the sentence would still make sense as his mother's chili reminded him of his happy childhood. I could also remove the appositive altogether and it would read, that smell reminded him of his happy childhood. The appositive just gives verification of what's being talked about. Because of the appositive, we know that that smell is referring to the chili. Let's look at this example again. We have a single appositive, his mother's chili, enclosed in two dashes. But this sentence pattern also allows the writer to use parentheses or commas. Any of these forms of punctuation work with the single appositive. Here are some more examples. Let's read them together. My vacation plans to go to Australia will have to wait another year. Reading the assigned book, Life of Pi, turned out to be more fun than I thought. Car makers, Ford and GM, are now focusing on gas-saving autos. My grandfather's motto, take that extra step, guided him and now guides me. Notice that the parentheses, commas, and dashes are used somewhat interchangeably. So some might be wondering, what's the difference then? A pair of dashes will make the appositive dramatic, as though the extra information is essential to the sentence. Parentheses will make it almost like a whisper, like it's extra information that is not really necessary to the sentence. A pair of commas will make the appositive nearly inconspicuous, meaning it doesn't really attract any attention because they're so ordinary. There are two practices that you need to complete. In the first one, fill in the blanks with a missing appositive or other words to complete each sentence. In the second one, make up an original sentence using each of the following words as an interrupting appositive.